Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Tyrauku here, and today what I want to share with you all is 3 different teams you guys can use to basically triple dip in the current Dragon tournament we have going on. So in the background you can see my 3-man Dragon Stage 20 team, which is Ninja for the actual damage on the boss. You can replace him with a poison champion of any of the factions available. We have Runekeeper Dazdark bringing the increased attack to help get through the waves a little bit quicker, and then Herndig bringing the decreased defense. So these 3 champions work very well. You don't really need more than that. Technically, you can fill out these last 2 spots with food, which is going to be going into our triple dipping into this event. So the current Dragon tournament, you're limited to the, loading screen. You're limited to the loading screen of Raid. Give it a few seconds. Are they doing maintenance? I hope not. Okay, there we go. We're good. So you're limited to the Nyresan Union champions, or Nyresan Union factions, which are Dwarves and Shadowkin according to this. However, there was a Discord announcement that they can't change it in game, but the Shadowkin, Dwarves, and Sylvan Watchers all count as Nyresan Union factions. So you can use Sylvan Watchers, which means champions like King Galakwar, who brings a poison on his A2, you can use him. Elva, all these good champions. Ornn, which is going to be a huge spotlight in today's video, you can use him. So all these champions are going to be good to go. You can use them to get the points. So what am I talking about as far as triple dipping goes? Well, first up, the Dragon tournament itself. The rewards, they're kind of mediocre, to be honest. So you're going to get an Ancient Shard. Most tournament groups probably aren't going to be very competitive, to be honest. So as long as you're top 5, which is probably going to be pretty easy considering nobody's really pushing at all, you're going to get an Ancient Shard, which is nice, okay? You're also, if you're first place, going to get 6-star Epic Relentless Gear, which is really good. Now, as far as these side rewards, guys, I gotta say, Plarium's kind of slacking on these. We have a 5-star chicken, which for the players who are actually going for this probably isn't significant. We have the bigger version of the soul coins, which isn't terrible, but honestly, it's not that much. We have a Mortal Soul Stone, which is nice to have, but I mean, for a specific faction tournament that is so few factions and the newest of the factions, it's pretty difficult. Now, if you have Ninja, it's all going to be easy. It's going to be a lot easier than if you don't have Ninja, but you can definitely do this without Ninja as well. Honestly, I would have loved to seen a Void Shard up here. They've done it before. A Void Shard, an extra Ancient Shard, something more enticing, but because you can triple dip, it doesn't feel as bad. Next thing is going to be the events. So we have the Champion Training Event. So the Champion Training Event, you can solo Dragon 20, which is kind of the ideal place because Dragon Stage 20, as well as Stage 25, give the same amount of experience to your food champions. Ornn is a champion who can solo Stage 25. I got a whole video on that, which is over here. I'll actually try to leave that link down below. But if you guys want to build your Ornn, this is how you can do it, okay? This is for Dragon Stage 25. He also does Ice Golem Stage 23. But this Ornn build right here, like I said, I have an entire video breaking it down. But you can see in RSL Helper, it was 100% success rate, 100 out of 100. It took 3 minutes and 18 seconds with food. Make sure, if you're doing food, that you're bringing Shadowkin, Dwarves, or Sylvan Watcher food champions as well. If not, you're not going to get the points for the Dragon tournament. So this Ornn is in Regeneration gear. Nothing else, just Regeneration set. You can use Perception alongside that, whatever else you need. But he has 62,000 HP, 2,100 defense, 199 speed, and then 195 accuracy. He has an accuracy aura, I believe, and then 272 resistance. This is actually a fairly accessible build, especially for how fast this is and what stage it is. I mean, Dragon Stage 25, this is such a good build. So if you have Ornn, definitely go ahead and go for this build. This is going to be the first, well, I guess the second of the 3 teams that I'm going to show you all today. But if you do that, solo Stage 25, you're going to be able to level your champions. Well, even if you do the team on Stage 20 that I just showed with Ninja, Runekeeper Dazdark, as well as Herndig, you can bring 2 other food champions and start working on this champion training tournament for the fusion while you're finishing out the Dragon tournament and also capitalizing on double CVC points. This is a third area where you're going to be able to kind of dip into. So Dragon objectives is 2x points for the first 18,000 points. Well, I think it's a little bit higher. I think I've already made some points from it. I don't know what the exact number is, but you're getting double CVC points. You're getting champion training points for the fusion, and you're getting Dragon tournament points, plus you're getting good rewards from Dragon. I mean, speed boots, the whole 9 yards, right? Speed, accuracy, whatever set you're looking for, possibly even Daze sets. Daze is getting a little bit more popular with the Sand Devil being added to the game, but you're getting good sets, you're getting some farming, you're getting CVC points, Dragon tournaments, and you're being able to level some champions while you do this. I understand that dragon may not be the most efficient thing to do right now, because if you're going for the fusion and you're limited on resources, then you probably need to dedicate it to specifically champion training, right? But if you have a little bit extra and you're willing to do the dragon as well, it's definitely a pretty solid option. The dragon tournament rewards, though, by themselves, they're just enough to make me think it's worth it. For everything else, just enough. Like I said, I really wish they would have added the Void Shard, something else to the top. But the next team I want to talk about is, honestly, if you have this champion, it's going to be one of the easiest teams. You don't need presets for these whatsoever, but these are what I have, okay? Solo Dragon Stage 20, Ninja, works great. Now, technically, this one that I'm going to show you all is probably not 100% consistent. This is going to be my Sand Devils build. So this Ninja is sitting at currently, let's see, this is his gear, okay? Regeneration plus Immortal, like 60,000, 70,000 HP, a lot of HP. Let's actually see what it is. So we have currently a Ninja who's pretty daggone tanky, which I think I'm going to do a Sand Devils video today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, talking about how much easier you can build this team on stage 24 and make it still work perfectly fine. We're going to go over that, though, maybe even add some food champions. But anyway, this Ninja, fairly low speed, 191, very high accuracy. We have a lot of HP, very good defense, low speed. If you bumped his speed up, it's going to be that much easier. Regeneration plus Immortal, throw some resistance on him. It's not going to be a problem. But Dragon Stage 20, like I said, gives the same amount of experience as Dragon Stage 25 does for your food champions. The only reason why I have presets here is to remind myself, hey, we have to use food champions that are from the specific 3 factions. So here we go, Ninja doing this stage. I think earlier it was like 2 minutes or something, but it's relatively consistent. Sometimes the champions will crit him, and his current build, he's going to probably die. But if you wanted to dedicate him to this, just throw some resistance on him, should be perfectly fine. Even where he's at, he'll probably do okay. If he was faster, it'd be super smooth, because he'd get back around to that freeze ability right here. And then when they're frozen, they can't attack, obviously, and then it makes it significantly easier. So let me go ahead, skip to the end of this run, and then we'll continue talking about these events. So Ninja is wrapping up his solo run, and to be honest, I had to reset this a few times because it was not nearly 100% consistent. This Ninja build is going to have to be changed if you want to do it solo to actually having about the 300 resistance, because if those waves land at decreased defense, it's going to be bad news. If they land it slow and you don't get those freezes off on Ninja, it's going to be bad news. You also would want to change his masteries up a little bit. So Ninja can solo, without a doubt. Like, he can solo at 100% consistency, but you just have to change up some things to actually make it make sense, get through your turns quicker, land more of those freezes, so on and so forth. So as far as it goes, you have your Ninja option. Your Ninja can solo, depending on how he's built. You have your, let's go ahead and get through all these messages. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. You have your Ninja team. You have your Orange Solo Dragon Stage 25, which, like I said, the whole video is right here. I'll try to leave it linked as well. Here are the masteries in case you guys want to see those. The masteries and everything for Ornn. That's what he's actually wearing in that video that I did. 100% consistent. And then we have, last but not least, the 3-man team with Runekeeper, Herndig, as well as Ninja. Now let's go in here real quick and see the factions to see if there's any other champions. So when you're going against Dragon, the most important thing is either HP burn or poisons. Technically, Geomancer, I believe I've got him to solo Dragon Stage 25. It's not a build that I would do because Regeneration plus Immortal on Geomancer may be kind of a waste, but he's a good option. If you don't have Ninja, bring Geo, get him to the boss, place the burn on the boss, and then the boss is just going to basically kill itself, which is amazing. So as far as poisoners go, I don't think there's any poisoner. Obviously, if you have a Chrysia, it's GG, okay? It's going to be super easy, no problem. But as far as poisoners go, very few and far between. I know for sure in the Shadowkin there's Finchy. Finchy does have some poisons. He's Force Affinity, so you can bring him on stage 25. You can do him on stage 20, and it should work pretty well. Places 3 poisons on that A3 ability. Pretty low cooldown on 3-turn cooldown, so he's a good potential option to bring. Also put him in Giant Slayer. He's going to do some good damage. Finchy is a very solid option if you don't have a ton of champions. If you don't have Ninja, bring Finchy. He's going to work great. Obviously, if you have a Chrysia, just bring her instead. She's going to do probably even better. I mean, enemy max HP on everything is a little bit insane. And then as far as the Sylvan Watchers go, you got Elva, great champion for the res. If you have King Galkabar, also a good champion for the poison. So if you guys have any other teams that you're thinking of that you're actually using, let me know down below. Definitely interested in knowing what you guys are doing for this tournament. Let me know if you're even going for it. I wanted to put this video out in case some of you guys were kind of thinking about it, wasn't for sure if you actually wanted to do it or not. And in my opinion, it's kind of worth it. If you have the resources to still go for the fusion, I think it's kind of just a win-win. Good gear, champion training points, dragon tournament points, and then double CVC points. So there you go, guys. Take from that what you will. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, drop a like, drop a sub down below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.